Imagine this. It's 8:15 p.m. You're at the kitchen table. Your teen is on the couch, laptop open, homework essay still blank. You say, "Hey, time to get started." Nothing. 5 minutes later, you've been sitting there for half an hour. When are you going to start? They immediately snap back. I know, I'll get to it. Stop nagging me. Your chest tightens because you've had the same conversation 100 times. You walk away frustrated thinking, why can they focus on everything else but not this? You're exhausted. You didn't want tonight to be another battle, and yet that quiet self-doubt creeps in. Am I the problem here? But what if the problem isn't that your teen won't listen? It's that their brain can't, not because they're not capable, but at least it can't in this moment. In this video, I'll show you a simple 4-step reset that you can start in under 30 seconds when your ADHD teen shuts down, so words build connection instead of another meltdown. When you tell your teen to just focus or get started, it sounds so simple, but for the ADHD brain, it's actually not that easy. Think of your teen's mental and physical health like a vehicle. Their thoughts and emotions steer it, and the brain is the engine. The prefrontal cortex, right behind the forehead, is like the brakes. It handles planning, focus, and impulse control. The limbic system, on the other hand, is like the accelerator. It drives emotion, excitement, reward. And in teenagers, the accelerator develops early. However, the brakes take the longest to mature. So therefore, when tension rises, the limbic system takes over before the prefrontal cortex has time to catch up. It's like driving downhill when the brakes aren't fully formed yet. They can't always slow down in time. So instead of hearing, "I believe in you," their brain may interpret it as, "You're failing again." Logic goes offline, emotion hits the gas, and until the brain feels safe again, no amount of reasoning will get through. So before we try to get them to listen, our first step is to help their brain slow down. Here's an evidence-informed framework that can act as a communication reset button, a way to bring the vehicle safely to a stop before trying to steer it again. When emotions start to rise, it is okay to park before driving the conversation further. That is, we pause, acknowledge, reset, and keep it simple. Number 1, pause. Take one breath. That simple pause calms your nervous system, and your calm often helps to calm theirs. It gives you a moment to think before accidentally saying something that pushes them deeper into shutdown. Number 2, acknowledge. Recognize what they're feeling before trying to fix it. Validation does not mean agreement. It means saying, "I see you." You can say something like, "I can tell this assignment is really frustrating. It must feel overwhelming. I get that it feels harder to start. It makes sense you would rather be doing something else right now. I'd feel the exact same way if I were in your shoes." You're not excusing behavior. You're validating emotion. And that validation lowers defensiveness and re-engages the part of the brain that can reason again. When teens feel understood, their prefrontal cortex, the vehicle's brakes, can start working again. And this is why naming the feeling often works better than trying to fix the problem right away. Number 3, reset. When emotions are high, neither of you can think clearly. The limbic system hits the gas, while the brakes aren't working yet. So instead of pushing harder, it's time to hit reset. That doesn't mean ignoring the issue. It means taking a moment so both of you can think clearly again. You may say something like, "Hey, I think we're both getting frustrated. Can we take a brief moment to reset? Why don't we pause homework for 5 minutes and come back and figure out what's a small thing we can do to make it easier to start?" When you model a reset, you're teaching your teen that feeling emotion isn't a failure. They are what makes us human. They're just signals that it's time to pause and reset. Because no one drives well when the engine is overheated. Let your calm be contagious. Teens will unconsciously match your tone and energy. Number 4, keep it simple. Say one clear thing at a time. Too many directions or too much detail causes overwhelm. Here are some examples. Let's find a way to do the first steps together. If you had to just do one small piece, what would it be? Want to set a timer and see how far you get in 5 minutes? Keep it simple, clear, and achievable. Too much complexity will make it difficult to follow through. And that's P.A.R.K in action. Once their brain feels safe, it shifts from pressure to curiosity, from control to connection. And here's the beautiful thing about P.A.R.K. Imagine it's not just you, the parent, who can park the vehicle. What if your teen learns to do it too? Because building connection and trust is a two-way street. So let's switch seats for a moment, and here's what the same moment could look like through your teen's eyes. It's 8:20 p.m., you're sitting on a couch, your laptop is open to a blank Word document. So many thoughts are going through your brain. You can't figure out a good way to start, you feel overwhelmed, you start to think to yourself, I really don't want to be working on this essay right now. Then your parent says to you from the kitchen, you've been sitting there for half an hour, when are you going to start? Instantly, your stomach drops, not because you don't care, but because you already feel behind and overwhelmed. You feel discouraged, misunderstood, and irritated. Emotions are high and your limbic system hits the accelerator. But this time, instead of snapping, you pause, realizing you need a moment to cool down. So you acknowledge, I know you're trying to help. I'm just frustrated right now. So you reset with a 5-minute break and a glass of water. Then you come back and keep it simple. Okay, next step is to just start with the first sentence. And that's P.A.R.K in action from both sides of the conversation. When both parent and teen speak the same language, the home becomes a place of safety instead of struggle. And even if either of you forget the exact steps, like what does P stand for? What does A stand for? It doesn't matter. Let the metaphor guide you. It externalizes the emotion instead of making it feel like their frustration is part of who they are. So instead of, why are you so angry all the time? It now becomes, I see your engine's overheating. Do you need a moment to park your vehicle? It's a very simple yet powerful in-the-moment tool that you can use. Now that we've parked the vehicle, re-engage the brakes, and let the engine cool down, how do we get moving again? You as the parent ultimately cannot drive the vehicle for them, but you can be their co-pilot. During moments of tension, when we only give commands, their brain may interpret it as a threat to their competence. And if that happens night after night after night, shutdowns get bigger and your teen pulls away. When we offer autonomy and choice, the narrative shifts to, I believe you have what it takes. For example, instead of, make sure you finish your homework tonight, you could try, what's your plan for tackling homework tonight? If that still feels heavy, give them a choice. Do you want to start with math or the essay? If they still feel overwhelmed, simplify it even more. Let's just open the document and write one sentence. Don't worry about perfection. Progress is what matters. These small shifts activate autonomy, the same system that fuels motivation. It's not being permissive, it's being strategic. And when you combine empathy with structure, the ADHD brain finally gets what it needs. You're not removing support, you're reshaping it. When you pause, acknowledge, reset, and keep it simple, you're not just changing one conversation, you're rebuilding trust one moment at a time. Because when teens feel understood, shutdowns lessen. They start to believe in themselves, all because you have played such a powerful role in shaping who they are. If you found this video helpful, you may also enjoy this video where I give tips on how to help your teen focus without all the nagging and fighting. Thank you for listening.